Hey, what's up guys? It is Gun Thug here. I am going to try something a little bit different today. I know I usually do my DPP match commentaries, but hey, I'm sitting here, JJ and Xploz. Oh, first I just want to say it's a beautiful day here. I got to take a half day from work because I'm over my minimum hours for the pay period already by like 12 hours. So, I'm just sitting here enjoying myself in Channel 7 Vermilion City when JJ and Xploz start their PSL doubles series. Now remember, best of 3 this season, okay? Xploz takes game 1, DoubleJ takes game 2, and here we are in game 3, the deciding game. Whoever wins this one will win that coveted first point of the week for the Lions versus the Kecleons. In a very important PSL series, even this early in the season. And so it's going to be quite the battle. JJ leads with Gengar and Metagross. Xploz leads with a fake out Blastoise in his own Metagross. Who I'm guessing is probably going to, I usually expect Metagross to try to take out a Gengar there because it's quite squishy. It will go down to a Meteor Mash, if not, one hit KO, then very close. But JJ makes a good play. He protects with him, knowing that Gengar cannot be faked out by the Blastoise, a very common lead Blastoise move. And then just leaves the Metagross there to take the very negligible fake out damage. So, both players have a lot of options going forward here. Doubles is, it's a very interesting tier. I think it's a fast-paced tier. But it's one that really rewards strategic thinking and thinking ahead. And we see a Protect on the Metagross, and then JJ's Metagross is going to go ahead and rock a Life Orb Earthquake. We have a Muddy Water Miss on the Gengar. That is part of the drawback of Muddy Water. Its accuracy isn't perfect, but it does hit both your opponents. Unlike Surf, it does not hit your own teammate, and it has a chance to drop accuracy. No accuracy drop on the Metagross, though, thanks to Clear Body, so JJ's in a decent position here, although neither of these Pokemon look to have too many options towards hitting Metagross and Blastoise. Of course, in Gen 3, Ghost is not super effective against Steel, or sorry, neutral against Steel, which means it's not super effective against Metagross. A Shadow Ball is going to dent Metagross, certainly, not the highest special defense, but it's not going to kill it, and you'll basically be sacking your Gengar by doing so. Now, this Metagross is coming off a Protect, and so it either has to switch out or it needs to stay in and take a Wallop. JJ's Metagross can kind of continue to Earthquake here without too much of a drawback, and if he does, if JJ's Metagross went with another Earthquake there, it's going to take quite a chunk out of this Tyranitar. We have got Sludge Bomb coming off the Gengar, very powerful on Blastoise. Citrus is going to mitigate that just a little bit. It looks like it is Life Orb Gengar. And then a very strong Life Orb Earthquake coming in, and let's see how much it does to the Tyranitar. Over 50%. And then a Muddy Water is going to come in here. It's going to take a good chunk off of both Gengar and Metagross. Looks like no accuracy drop on Gengar, which is always nice. So let's see what kind of Tyranitar set this is. And, I got to be honest, I don't watch a ton of MMO doubles or doubles in general, so I'm not quite sure what the most popular Tyranitar set is. I don't see a Lefty's Tick. It could be Scarf, it could be Banded, it could be Lumberry. I mean, it's one of the nice things about Tyranitar, which we don't get to see too often in our singles metagame, is it's very versatile. It can run a ton of different options. In fact, once it gets access to Gen 4 moves, the special set I think will be really strong as well. And just make it a very well-rounded Pokemon. Certainly worthy of the ban here in our, kind of Gen 3 atmosphere, as best friends would put it. But, alright, so we got some action here. We got the Gengar's going to Protect, and both of JJ's Pokemon are going to Protect. If this is a Dragon Dance Tyranitar, oh, it is not. It's also going to Protect. And Blastoise is going to go for just another Muddy Water. It's going to take another tick of Sandstorm damage, I believe. And it was Citrus Berry, it's not Leftovers, so it's not going to appreciate that little tick there. But I think JJ is going to be able to take it out here with whatever move it chooses to use. Blastoise, no real point in protecting, since I believe you're getting pretty close to dying from a Sandstorm tick here. So, definitely an exciting start to this game. I'm not seeing a ton of hacks so far. I know some people complain that doubles is a hacks-filled tier, but I don't really see it being any more or less. I mean, singles battles every once in a while are just won or lost by hacks. It just happens. Happens in doubles too. I don't know if it necessarily happens more or less. Alright, so follow me on the Blastoise as Xploz brings in a Gyarados. We got a Shadow Ball that was likely aimed at him anyways. And the Life Orb is certainly going to tick there. And then an Earthquake's not going to hit anything. So good play by Xploz there, limiting the damage. He's going to keep his Tyranitar and his Metagross, and he's going to get Gyarados in for free. You know, doesn't really benefit from the Intimidate since, you know, Gengar doesn't really care about Intimidate, doesn't care about the attack drop. Metagross with Clear Body cannot be dropped. But you know, speed-wise, it depends on how much investment this Gyarados has. It could be a Jolly Max Speed Metagross, which hits, I believe, I'm used to 100 speed tiers because I played Gen 4. I know in Gen 4 Metagross, I believe it's 262 Max Jolly, and Gyarados can hit up to 287 Max Jolly. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see. Well, with Manectric out, I wouldn't be too worried about it. I think Manectric is probably going to either go for a Heat Wave, which would take out both, or it's just going to protect here. Let's see what happens. We've got a Sludge Bomb coming in on the Manectric. Gyarados is going to go for a Dragon Dance, you know, praying JJ doesn't have Thunder Punch here on the Metagross, which he just might. I mean, the fact that he went for the... Oh, no, he can't Thunder Punch. It's... Oh, wow. Because a Lightning Rod, that Thunder Punch is actually going to go towards the Manectric. It looks like JJ forgot about that mechanic, as we all do from time to time. Oh, actually did... Actually, I'm pretty sure... No, Manectric started the turn in because it protected. So, you know, when you see that Manectric out there, you really cannot use electric moves. You know, I would have Meteor Mashed on the Gyarados there, but again, I didn't catch it. Obviously, JJ didn't catch it. We could see Xploz a lot further down on his timer than JJ is at this point, so you know, definitely putting a little bit more thought into his moves thus far. We'll see if JJ can really buckle down here with the full timer. You know, he's really been hanging on with these two starting Pokemon that he's used, and it looks like right now Manectric and Gyarados are going to go ahead and finish them off. So, you know, +1 speed, +1 attack Gyarados, definitely scary to be staring down the barrel of. I'm sure JJ brought some sort of Scarfer, some sort of speed control, you know, evidenced a lot by the fact that he was unwilling to switch out of one of these Pokemon. You know, usually implies that you have someone you feel comfortable bringing in that can revenge kill. I'm not sure how popular Scarf Zam is. I would expect Specs Zam, which does outspeed Manectric, but does not outspeed a +1 Gyarados. We'll see what JJ's plan is here. He may just protect on the Zam and try to. I mean, I think he's trying to bait a waterfall on Zam, right? Because Gyarados isn't going to go for Venusaur, and we get a protect on the Zam, so it is going to try to bait the waterfall there. We got a sub from the Gyarados, and I think probably Leech Seed is a pretty something you can expect to come out here, and you hope it's on the right one. It is, okay, and the Giga is going to take down the sub. Does recover damage from the sub. I love that mechanic. I love that we have that here. So, you know, not kind of a stalemate here, although I think JJ comes out a little worse because now his Alakazam is vulnerable to that Gyarados' waterfall. I mean, if I'm Xploz, and you've got JJ down to 4 Pokemon, and I can take out his Alakazam in exchange for, you know, Venusaur's Giga Drain's not going to kill Gyarados. I would absolutely waterfall this Zam right here, you know, and probably flamethrower the Venusaur again. Oh, but we're going to go into Salamence, which is going to at least drop their attack a little bit. We could see a Thunderbolt from the Manectric just to switch things up from Xploz here if he made a good prediction. And he is going to, oh, when Venusaur is going to protect, that's going to give him a little bit of health left. Hopefully, he's certainly hoping to draw that flamethrower from Manectric again. And he does. So, you know, Venusaur lives to fight another day. He gets a Salamence, and unlikely that Gyarados has too much to hit the Salamence unless he's going to hit him with a neutral Double Edge or something. I'm not really sure with the limited move pool, you know, what all Gyarados runs on its Dragon Dance set here in MMO. I would assume Waterfall, Crunch, and Earthquake. You know, really Crunch being your best option to hit Gyarados. He is going to hit Return, okay, but he's going to do it on the Venusaur, which is very physically bulky. I'm seeing a very good chunk taken from the Flamethrower, so Venusaur is going to go down, but you know, a good chance for Salamence to come in here and drop a very strong Rock Slide. Unfortunately, it will not be enough to take down Gyarados. And so, you know, he's still in a pretty difficult spot. He's going to bring in, I would guess, Scarf Typhlosion with an Eruption here, right? How much? I can't remember how much health Tyranitar has. But that could absolutely be pivotal. We got a Protect coming on the Manectric, and the Eruption coming in. It will be enough to kill Gyarados from full health, certainly. You got to hope he's Dragon Dancing here. Got it. Oh! Well, it could be something like Scarf Mints, too. I'm not seeing a Lefty's Tick or anything like that. Although I don't remember it going first. No, it didn't. I think the Gyarados outsped it, so it can't be Scarfed. It could be Banded Mints. I'm not sure if we found out earlier whether Tyranitar was Scarfed or not. We will certainly be finding out here. You know, tough move for JJ here. Do you leave the Typhlosion in, locked into Scarf Eruption? You're going to kill the Manectric if you do, but you are not going to kill the Tyranitar, and you are essentially going to be looking at a 3-2 deficit with your Mints in and locked into the same move. Well, no, I guess, you know, theoretically, unless Xploz protects on his Tyranitar, man, this is a tough call. This is doubles, man, and I'm you know, not much of a doubles player, and so I don't even really know how to view this situation. JJ's going to bring in Zam. We got to protect on the Manectric. It fails. All right, so the Eruption is going to go ahead and take out Manectric, and let's see what it does to Tyranitar. And because of the Sand Boost, Rock Slide, oh, that's going to hurt real bad for both of these Pokemon, but not enough to kill. Not enough to kill the Typhlosion. That's very interesting. So all of a sudden, we've got 3-on-3 again with, you know, Metagross certainly still weak to an Eruption, even at full health. I think what we will probably see here, and it could be Scarfed, but I don't think Scarfed Tyranitar outspeeds Alakazam. So, you know, if Zam's got something to hit Tyranitar here, whether it's Signal Beam or HP Fighting or Ground, I would try to take Tyranitar out. I would expect a Protect from the Metagross here. Let's see if JJ, man, the suspense. I'm telling you, I wish I could play doubles. My mind isn't really geared for doubles. I'm not good at dealing with multiple moving parts. It's actually why I'm not all that great at team building. We do see the Protect on the Tyranitar, so good thing the Protect comes out of the Alakazam. Let's see how much the Specs Eruption is going to do. Not much to the Metagross. And we'll get the Meteor Mash, which will finish it off. Unfortunately for JJ, this, you know, Metagross's attack is going to be unaffected by this Intimidate here. It is a lefty's Metagross. He is perfectly capable of protecting right here. So I think, honestly, if I had to call it right now, I think Xploz has this one in the bag. It's been a relatively short fight, just about 13 minutes. So, you know, again, the criticism of doubles sometimes confuses me because they're nice, you know, bite-sized chunk games that require a lot of thinking and a lot of planning. You have to be wary of who your opponent may have and who you still have and how you want to combine your Pokemon. You know, the orchestrating of double switches and things, it can really, I think it can elevate the usual singles metagame to a whole new level. And sure, there's some hacks, but we haven't really seen a lot of hacks in this game in particular. And I think that the chance of hacks is there, just like it is in any other competitive game. Oh, the double Protect on Zam. That's going to certainly be useful. Looks like another double Protect on Tyranitar. An Earthquake coming in from Salamence. Is that going to be enough? It's not going to be enough to kill the Metagross. And we get an Earthquake from Metagross, which isn't really going to do anything. So all of a sudden, you're looking at a much more manageable situation here for a Salamence that outspeeds everything. The problem is going to be that Salamence's Earthquake is going to take out Alakazam, unless he gets an unprecedented third Protect in a row. Well, I guess there's nothing for JJ to do but pray here. Meanwhile, Xploz running real low on his timer, 15 seconds left. We're going to get a third Protect in a row from Alakazam. Unbelievable. I don't believe Tyranitar is going to get his... He does get his third Protect in a row. This is just... You know, it's a mental, it's warfare is what it is. And you know, I wish I didn't want to go into channel chat because I've got my team chat up, but in case my team is, you know, talking smack on people or something, you know, that's It's not something I want to broadcast over my videos, but I wish I could see normal chat right now because I guarantee you people are going ballistic. I only wonder if Zam can possibly get his 4th protect off in a row here and allow Mintz to earthquake safely and wipe out Metagross and Tyranitar. I don't see. I see a Gyarados. Oh, what do we got? We have a Venusaur. So a crit on this Venusaur here could certainly... No, we don't get the Protect on the Alakazam. So Metagross is going to go down. Venusaur is going to take... I don't think it's going to take 50%. No, it's not. That should be the end of this because I think Venusaur can safely Sludge Bomb here. And barring a really strong crit here on the Venusaur from Earthquake, I think nothing short of 1, maybe 2 crits is going to be what JJ needs to win this game. So this has been fun. I don't consider myself an expert on doubles or even really an above-average doubles player, but I hope bringing you guys a different perspective. What is by all accounts a good game and a good series has kind of diversified things a little bit. Again, it's really simple to do this. If anyone else wants to do this, I use QuickTime Player and on an iMac. And if you go to QuickTime Player and you go to File, there's an option that says New Screen Recording. I'm using the built-in microphone on my computer and just drag and drop the area of the screen I want to record, and it really is that simple. So as this game winds down here, I encourage you to grab a screen record, wait till the next PSL game happens, drag and drop over the MMO window, and just kind of give your thoughts. Do stream of consciousness. Some people would be like, well, we don't want to hear what he has to say, and I mean that's fair, but oh, that does quite a lot of damage. You have a Sleep Powder. Oh, and the miss on the Sleep Powder. I thought this would be an offensive Venusaur with something like Sludge Bomb, but it looks like Xploz went for the sleep and he didn't get it. And even with these sleep mechanics, if all he's got is Giga Drain, then I'm not convinced that he could take him out before he woke up. Let's see what this Earthquake does. I guess you have to protect if you're Venusaur here. Xploz creeping real low down on the timer. He's down to under 8 seconds now. 7, 6. Oh, and he does get the move off. Earthquake is going to take it out. JJ takes the series. Lions take the first point. What a game. Certainly a lot of hacks. Can't wait to see what's going on in normal chat right now. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this. I'll see y'all next time.